Hey y'all, my name is Jess and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at this show called The Never Ever Meets, or The Never Ever Mets. It comes on the OWN network, and honestly I thought at first it was going to be something like Catfish, because I'm like, okay, they never meet, so they're catfishing each other. But no, so basically it's about these couples that are dating virtually, but they never met physically. But they're meeting and they're gonna stay in his house for I don't know how many weeks, but a few weeks or whatever. So I don't know if this show is gonna be a show that's gonna make me want to flip a table, or I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, this is so cute and sweet. So let's talk about some of the cast members, okay? So we met the first up we have Shay and Josh. Shay said they've been dating for 12 years. 12 years virtually. And we never met. Whoo! Whoo, y'all, more power to you, Shay, because girl, I would have. We can't meet after a few months. I'm gone. I'm gone. But I guess like their chemistry was really, really something. But of course they FaceTime and stuff like that, so they know what they all look like. So it's not a catfish. They know what they all look like. They just haven't met up. So next up we have Joanna and Aaron J. They've been dating for 9 months. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Sienna and Brandon's been dating for 10 months. And Sienna said they couldn't meet up because he had small children and things would come up. Sienna is actually, I think she's 40. Is it 42 or 41? I don't know, but she looks great. Sienna is beautiful, and Brandon is 35. And I actually think they look kind of cute together. I was like, oh, they actually look cute. There's a few of them that are there. Shay, Sienna, and who else is there? I think it was Shay, Sienna, and Joanna. They're in the house already, and they're talking. And Shay tells the girl they've been dating for 12 years. They was like, what? 12 years? We've only been dating by our dudes for like a few months, and I'm over here thinking that's too long. But 12, girl, I was thinking the same thing, because I'm like, 12 years. Whew, that must really be some love right there. So then, we meet is it Sandia or Sandia? Sandia? I'm gonna call her Sandia. Sandia and Chris, they've been dating for 3 months, and Sandia, I think she said she's Haitian. I remember she was like, in her culture, they're very big on like, I guess like their relationships and like the relationship with God and stuff like that. And she said Chris loves the strip clubs, and he's a big flirt. He loves women basically, and that's gonna be like a big problem from her. And they've been dating for 3 months, and I'm like, girl, I would have. Once I see that, I'm out. But I think she just really, really likes him. So then we meet Alexis and Dominique. I think her name is Alexis. Yeah. Alexis and Dominique. And they've been exclusive for 6 months. However, we'll get to them in just a second. Alexis came in. She's cute. Alexis got body, okay? I was like, dang, girl, I wish I had a butt like that. Anyway, so then we meet Diamond and Aaron. They've been dating for 5 years. Another person that's been dating for years. And she said that he did some shady stuff, but then they worked it out. And I'm like, okay, girl, what's the shady stuff? We'll get to that in just a second. So then we meet Millie and Greg. They've been dating for 3 years or I guess you could say talking or dating for 3 years on social media. And to get this, y'all, they both live in LA, but they've never seen each other. Y'all are literally in the same city. And I'm like, within this 3 years, y'all couldn't, why? I guess maybe they really wasn't into each other, but they was into each other enough to just keep it on social media and not try to go out and meet each other. I guess, maybe, I don't know. But I was like, dang, that's quite odd to me. If we live in the same city and we ain't never met up, I'm gonna let you go. I ain't gonna hold you, So anyway, so the women, all the women are there now, and so Tyronda, she is the host. What she do? Oh, ain't she an actress? Oh gosh, I feel like I don't be knowing nothing. I think she an actress. Anyway, so she's the host or whatever, and she tells them the man has been planning a secret date, and so that's exciting. So the women, they go get ready for that date. Some of the girls are talking or whatever, and Shay expresses that she wants a family. They say, well, can you trust him? She was like, yeah. Well, she said, I trust him a little, and I'm like, I wonder, y'all been dating for 12 years. Well, I guess you can only trust can only go so much, especially when you haven't really seen the person. So I guess I can understand that. Alexis talk about Dom has a temper. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to say my boy, oh boy, from when we get down to the end. Whew. But then she says that he wants more kids, but she doesn't want that. Like, she's like, I don't want to start over, changing diapers, potty trained, and all this stuff. And they was like, that's the fun part. She was like, And the girl, oh my God, I think her name is Jordan. She was like, what? Or Joanna. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get your name right, girl. She was like, the fun part is when they sleep. Girl, you ain't lying. I don't have kids, but I have nephews, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. When they used to go to sleep, I'd be like, yes, never have time to myself. But nah, I love them little kids. I love them. I miss them when they were babies, honestly. I can't wait to have my own kids. Because I miss that little baby phase. But anyway, so Brandon and Sienna go on their date. Y'all, I don't know why it was so funny to me, but it was so funny to me. Because when she saw him, she was like, because he had flowers for her. She was like, Brandon, thank you. I was like, what is going on? What is happening with these? Yo, I was weak. I was so weak. I was like, why did she just do that? That is too funny. So basically they're at a cooking class, which I thought was really, really cool. And I was like, oh, and so far they're feeling each other's chemistry. So I'm like, okay, good. They're kind of cute. I like that. So anyway, moving on to Alexis and Dom, y'all, this was just like, this couple right here, I don't know what to tell you. So they did a yoga date, and she come in with her athleisure. Well, and I ain't gonna lie, her body did look great. It looked great. And she look at him and she's like, oh my God, he's so fine. I can't wait for him to be mine and all that other good stuff. And he said, her body it wasn't hidden like it was in the pics. Oh my gosh. My lovely gosh. I'm like, her body is beautiful. It's great. And he said, it's like it's not proportion. Well, I'm sorry. He said it like it wasn't portion. It's proportional. But I'm like, what do you mean? Because her body looks amazing. It looks like the only thing that I could say that's different is, I mean, she just has filters in her pics, but her body still looks the same. Her face card never declined. It's still the same. So what are you talking about? Like, her body is fine. What is wrong? Let's see yours, Anyway. So then they started doing like the yoga thing, and then he does like this whole like inappropriate yoga stuff, and I'm like, girl, this ain't yoga. And she was like, this ain't yoga. But I mean, if you want to, get my back right later, you can do that. And I'm like, oh Lord, here they go. Oh wow. Anyway, so then he makes a comment about like having babies and stuff. Like I'm over here thinking like he really wants to have these babies. Girl, he really wants to have these babies. So then we move on to Millie and Greg, and they have a cute little boat ride. I think that was really cool. And he had these penguins for her. I thought that was really nice because she loved birds. I love pandas. If anybody out there is a guy that, yeah, I'm gonna just throw that out there. I love pandas. Anyway, not about me, it's about Millie and Greg. So then he says they haven't met up because he has this insecurity of messing it up. So then when I hear that, I'm like, okay, Greg, so you just gonna date online? I mean, I think everybody has some kind of thing where we go in, if we really like somebody or something, we don't want to mess things up or mess it up, But that's why, like, if you're dating, it's important for you you just got to do it, You just do it. And if it messes up, it wasn't meant. But I think he's a cutie. I think she's a cutie as well. And she comes in like she is all googly. She is like, he is just a hunky hunk in her eyes. And he feel the same way, but he said, I ain't gonna tell her that because, like, women like men to play hard to get. I don't like that at all. I don't like when men try to play hard to get. Honestly, I just don't like I don't like that. Don't play hard to get. Let's just be honest with each other. This is probably why I'm still single. Because I don't be playing, I don't know. Because I be trying, let's just be honest with each other. And they don't be wanting to be honest with each other. I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that. Anyway, so she, they do their little date or whatever. And it's cute. They go there, do their little boat ride. And she's making him, or he's making her laugh and stuff. I'm like, oh, look at them over there. Anyway. So then we go back to Alexis and Dom, and he did say, in the beginning I was thinking negative, but now like the feelings have shifted, I guess. he's into her. Not saying he wasn't before, but he's like really more into her. Maybe not so like, I think he's physically is attracted to her, but I think it's more like, okay, mentally, and they're talking and stuff. So she's just like, they talk about the going in the house, and she's like, I don't want you smiling at other women the way you smile at me, and I'll be over friendly with them and all that other good stuff. I don't think he gonna sit up here. Hopefully he wouldn't be the one that's gonna be over there trying to smile at other women while their dates are right there. But you know, people do that though. They do things like that. So basically he's like, you know, I like that she's jealous or whatever. Wow, okay. And that he said we're both clingy. Well, let's keep going. But then he also makes another comment saying that, you know, I hope you don't leave out of here pregnant. You really, really, really want this kids, and you really, really, really want to get her pregnant. That's what it sounds like to me, because when you have to constantly bring something up about having kids, I'm thinking like, okay, you really want to do this? Like, this something you really, really want to do? Or are you just talking? But I don't get that vibe that he's just talking. I feel like he really do want to put a baby in her. Okay. So then, after that, we go over to Millie and Greg. They're having a picnic dinner after their boat ride, or like dinner at a table or whatever. And then they start, you know, talking to like a little bit more serious, and she appreciates that because she's like, you know, he knows when it's time to be funny, and he knows when it's time to be serious, and like basically he's taking the lead, and he said he wants to take the lead, and that they're both all in, and she's just like, yes, this is it, honey, this is it. So she's happy, and I think he is too. So then we move on to Josh and Shay. They finally meet. They had a peer date, which is so cute, and when they met, like, that little smooch upon arrival, woo boy, I mean, of course, 12 years. That is 12 years worth of non-smooching that they just did. They smooched for like, they smooched for the 12 years that they haven't seen each other in person. I'll say that. So they both really feeling the chemistry is there from when they first met. I like that. I like that. I was like, oh, they actually are pretty cool. They're pretty cute. So then we go to Chris and Sandia. I'm gonna call her Sandia. I keep saying it. And so they have like this picnic or whatever. I think it's a picnic. I'm not sure, but it's like a dinner thing. But the thing about Chris is that I noticed, like, he was like saying the sexual tension is on 1,000,000 between them because they be sexing and stuff. So like being like they have this really sexual tension. I'm like, is this what we're gonna focus on? Is this gonna be our focus? Because what? I don't know. He is really rubbing me the wrong way. He is, y'all. He is. And I'm like, I don't know, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm saying this now at this point. What I thought was funny was they are color coordinated. I was like, wow, she looks so cute, and they matching or whatever. It's like, I'm playing, that's cute. And so they're feeling each other or whatever. They are. I think more, he could talk about sexual tension, but I think it was more than that, in my opinion. But so then we move on to Aaron and Joanna. This is Aaron J, because apparently there's 2 Aarons on here. So they were supposed to meet up before, but he ended up losing his ID, and Joanna was like that, like irritated or agitated her or whatever. Like, why you only have one ID? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I mean, I have a passport, but I only got one ID. I guess, like, unless you're talking about a driver's license. I mean, because she was like, how are they gonna identify your body? I just thought I thought your driver's license was enough. I don't carry my passport everywhere with me. Maybe I should, because I was like, well, dang, am I doing something wrong? I don't know. Anyway, so that was that. But Aaron says that he feel like there's a roadblock, and it's because she doesn't want anyone to get close to her heart. And that's kind of sad. I really don't like to hear that, because I'm like, oh. But I can understand if that's how she is. I can understand that you probably be hurt so much and you don't want to get hurt again, so you kind of block your heart. But in order to find your husband, your love, whoever it is going to be with, you got to open your heart. That's the risk. Y'all. So anyway, they meeting up or whatever, and the walk-up meet was a little awkward though, because she's walking up and he's standing there like a model, and she's like, why is he doing this? Like, it's like GQ. Because he was just standing there like this little pose and stuff. It was so funny because she was like, I hope he's his authentic self or whatever. Because it just seemed so weird that he just standing there like that, and I don't think he's gonna be himself. So then he was like, I thought this was kind of cute. Apparently she didn't though, I guess. But he was like, I started I know how to salsa dance or whatever. I know you're Latina, and I know how to salsa dance, and I wanted to show you my moves. Which I thought was so cute. I was like, okay. So then he started doing the salsa dance, and I was like, oh. But then he kind of messed up. He was like, oh, I messed up. She was like, yep, you did. I was like, oh, okay. So then they start again. I'm like, all right, look at them go. So then she said, how long you been salsa dancing? She said, when the last time you salsa danced or something like that. Basically, he hasn't did it since he was 8 years old. He learned when he was 8. And she was like, what did she say? She said something along the lines of like, you haven't did salsa dancing when you was 8 years old, and then you expect to know how to do it when you're an adult or something like that. What? I'm like, girl, it's not even that deep. It's really not. He was just being cute. I thought it was like a cool, nice little icebreaker or gesture or whatever. I thought it was cute. Maybe that's just me. But in my opinion, I thought it was really cute. Anyway, so then we go back to Josh and Shay. They're all cuddled up on the Ferris wheel, and they just are talking. So Josh has 2 kids, and Shay lives in Miami, and he lives in Tennessee, which is what their roadblock is. It's like they live far apart. And he was like, we just got to find somewhere in the middle. He also mentioned that he would love to have, if he had more kids, he wanted to be with Shay. I was like, oh, so y'all really, really feeling each other. But we going to continue to see how it goes in the episodes, because I don't want to fall in love with y'all and then y'all break my heart because I was rooting for y'all and y'all want to root for each other, So let's keep going. So then we go back to Aaron and Joanna. Joanna is complaining, y'all, again. She is complaining. She is like, why is there wine and cheese there when Aaron doesn't even drink wine? He doesn't drink. Why is it here? Girl, because he's trying to make you happy. That's why. He know this is, I thought it was cute. But she's like, he has his corkscrew. He trying to figure out how to open the wine. And then he doesn't know how to use a corkscrew. But then he finally does it. And, oh, no, he doesn't. She does. She was like, do you know what you're doing? He was like, no. So then she takes it or whatever. And she just felt, she's like, I feel like it's a date for me and not for both of us. Well, it is for you. It really is. I mean, I don't know. I just thought that he had her best interest at heart. Maybe this is something that she knew she liked and he wanted to do it for her. I don't understand what's the issue. I guess it's maybe me. I don't know. Maybe it is me. But I was just like, it's something nice, like a nice meetup date, in my opinion. What did you want to do? Anyway, so she says she gives the date a 6 out of 10. The execution wasn't there. Girl, okay. I feel bad because he said that even though he fell short sometimes, he feel like it still went well. Yikes. Because she's over here like, I give it a 6 out of 10. I don't know what she was expecting. But I did feel like, I felt like she did complain some about the salsa dancing, the wine, and him sitting there like the model, like a Vogue model when she was walking up. Now that part, I would have been like, just come greet me. Well, just come meet me. Come to me. Help me up or help me walk. Come hold my hand. Come hug me. I don't know. But anyway, so then we go back to Chris and Sandia, and they are talking, and then we see like this helicopter, and he was like, you mentioned that you wanted to do a helicopter ride or whatever, or yeah. And so she's like, oh my God, this is amazing. So they did like a helicopter ride, which I was like, okay, I like that. I like to see it. I love to see it. I thought that was really dope. So then we go to Aaron, H, and Diamond. Okay. So Aaron's talking about how, he really likes Diamond because they both have the same upbringing. They both were pastor kids. That's, he loves like big women. He said he's a BBW lover. That is what he said. Big, beautiful women. Like, okay. But he also says that he lost hope in seeing Diamond, and I think he said it went left or whatever. And I'm like, well, what did you do? Well, so they meet up, and of course they did like the smooch. Y'all, this smooch is like, it was smooching. The smooch was smooching. So they meet up and do their thing, and so then they sit down, and she's like, I need closure. And I'm thinking like, closure on the relationship, because you just got done smooching him like you Ain't never smooched nobody before, and now we need closure. What do we need closure on? But she was like, I need closure on this situation. She said, so basically what he did was he went on Facebook and showed a ring he was going to propose to another woman with. And they were exclusive during the time. I was like, oh my goodness, that is crazy. So she was like, I need that closure before we can move forward. And he said, you know, I had to, I guess he wasn't expecting her to bring it up because she said his eyes got big. But he says that, you know, I had given up on us, you know, because it seemed like it wasn't going anywhere. So he asked for forgiveness and she said, we'll see. And then he says, I love you. She said, I love you too. I was like, wait, what? That was too quick of a discussion, because that's something that's serious, especially we were together, we're exclusive. But then I see that you're, you know, posting on Facebook. But then also I remember she said earlier in that episode that, you know, he had did something, but they moved forward. So I guess for entertainment purposes for us to know what he did, she brought it back up. And because I'm like, that is a quick discussion, especially after you said y'all moved forward, but now we need closure again. This is if that was to happen, I need more of a conversation, you know. That ain't no, okay, I love you, I forgive you kind of thing. No. Anyway, let's move on. So then they're back in the house now, and Dominique, whatever, and Joanna, they're like over there chatting. They both from Chicago, and he was like Inglewood, and she's like Inglewood. So I'm like, okay, she from Inglewood too, or she know about Inglewood. But yeah, they both from Chicago, so they over there like, hey, that's my Chicago native person in my house. Hey, I don't know. So then Shay and Josh, y'all, they cannot stop loving on each other. They even took a shower together. Like, they was all in their own little world, lovey-dovey, and I'm not even mad at it, because girl, 12 years. I'll be all up on my man too. I'll be like, come on, let's not go back to this hotel. Let's not go back to this room. Let's go get a hotel, okay? Because 12 years. So then Alexis and Aaron J, they're down there talking and stuff like that. And Aaron, you know, says that he's an artist, like he's an actor, a songwriter, or whatever. Because she was like, you know, I can go write a song, I'll write a script or something like that. And I'm like, you just wanted to say that because you wanted to know that you were an actor and a songwriter and a rapper. Okay. So Alex is like, oh, you're a rapper, spit something. So he spit a little something. I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool, I guess. So then you know, she's like, okay. Dominic is like, you know, didn't you just say that you want me flirting with nobody in the house, but you over here flirting with dude? I didn't take it as that. I did not. He didn't like that she was talking to him, and he's like, practice what you preach. I took it as she was just, you know, getting to know the fellas too, but not on that level, because I didn't see her put, you know, her hands on them. Or I don't know. I didn't take it as that, but then I could be wrong. So then, like, y'all, this part right here, I was like, this is what made me feel like I don't like Chris at all, because the men are down there talking. Chris says that what's his name? Shoots. I think it's Brandon. I think it was Brandon, that he's the type of woman, he's the type of person to do what his woman says. What? He's like, oh, you a lover boy. You're the type to do what your woman says. Chris, go get one. Okay, go get a woman. Oh, I forgot he got Zendaya. But anyway. But still, no. But then he comes back and said, he was like, listen, I'll give a woman 3-4 great nights and then disappear for 3 weeks. And they was like, oh, you playing games. Yeah, you are, Chris. You are. Why are you on this show? To boost your Instagram following? To what? Because this ain't like, I don't know. Like, when you say stuff like that, I'm like, oh no, you just need a date. You don't need to be in a relationship. You just need to date people. But you need to I bet he don't let these women know up front that he's only dating. Because apparently Zendaya thought that she was only dating him and he was only dating her. She thought they was only dating each other. But then he came around and says him and Zendaya are not dating. They're not together. They're not dating. Then why are you here? Why are you here if y'all are not dating? And then he says he talks to a lot of girls and he gets a lot of girls. And I'm like, oh my God, Zendaya, girl, drop this man like the bad habit he is. This man is not good for you. And you're trying to get a husband. You're trying to have a family. Clearly, he is not looking for that. He has to go. But then has the nerve to tell Zendaya, because she was in that kitchen, she needs to go. Can you leave? And then I heard somebody saying that your girl ear hustling. Sir, like, I sure am. I sure be like, I sure am. And you don't tell me when to leave and when I can go. You go. How about that? Matter of fact, we both gonna go because I quit. Cause now you gotta go too. Cause who you gonna be here for? Okay. Ooh, y'all. I don't know. Not Greg. Chris had me going. I was like, Anyway. So now they all in the kitchen. I'm so country. The kitchen. And Alexis is talking about, Alexis says Greg has on these hoochie daddy shorts. Y'all, them shorts was a little hoochie. Them little hoochie coochie shorts. I was like, okay, Greg, look at them legs look nice. Them thighs look nice though. I was like, okay. So then she kept saying that she kept talking about the hoochie daddy shorts. And Dom said she kept over commenting on the shorts. Now I ain't gonna lie, she did say it too much. And I'm like, girl, why are you worried about this man hoochie coochie shorts? Why are we worried about the hoochie coochies? So then, he says that Dominic says that she's like basically flirting with the guys in his face. I don't think it's, maybe she's one of those people that it's like, it's not, she doesn't think it's flirting, but it comes off as flirting. Like some people have that personality where it's like, I'm talking to you, but you're taking it as I'm flirting, but I'm not flirting, but it also looks like it's flirting. Does that make sense? It sounds weird, but some people have that. Anyway, y'all, it's 2:40 a.m. and they still up. Y'all, I'll be knocked out with my man in the bed. And Alexis and Dom are arguing about the hoochie cooch shorts. And the hoochie coochie. Let me not. He doesn't have a coochie. The hooch cooch. Let me stop. The hooch shorts. We'll call it that. So, they're talking about it, and Shay does, well, you did say it a lot, the comment talk about the hoochie coochie shorts. Hoochie daddy shorts. I keep saying hoochie coochie, the hoochie daddy shorts. And Shay also says in her confession, she feel like Alexis is here for a party. Girl, I kid you not, she probably is. No, I kid you not, but she probably is here for a party. It does seem like that a little bit, though. Like, she just want to have a good time. But maybe she just want to have a good time with her man. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure it out. So then, she does apologizes, but it still goes left. Because she says that she wanted Dominic to pull her to the side and say something, not in front of everybody, which I agree with. You could have pulled me to the side like, hey, babe, let's have a conversation real quick. But Dom doesn't come off as that type of person that's like a, hey, babe, let's have a conversation. Because when you over here talking about something, we both clingy, he loved the whole jealousy stuff, that raises red flags to me. To me, that raises red flags. Anyway, so Dom says, when he doesn't feel like her apology is genuine. He feel like it's phony. But then he also says, like, when I see a fat A, I'ma say it. And she's like, ooh, you see a fat A? What am I gonna get mad for? Like, wow, you said she got a fat A or whatever. He was like, yup. And I'm like, okay. So then at one point they started holding each other and they're laughing and arguing. I'm with Josh on this because Josh was like, I couldn't tell if they was serious or it was like just playful because they both was laughing and arguing. It was confusing. Well, it was confusing until Dom pushed her off of him and it kind of got a little bit of physical. It got a little bit physical. Because at one point she was still laughing, but then he pushed her off and she was like, so you pushing me now? Then he gets in her face. And I'm like, what the freak is going on? So then she kind of pushed him off, like, get out of my face. And then he slapped her hands down. I'm like, oh Lord. So then she starts to like try to, hit him, is like not hit him, like punch him, is like, she started, slapping her, and so then he like holding her, throwing, like push. Y'all, it was just, it started getting chaotic, and I'm like, this is the first thing, girl, I would run. I don't think she is. I think they're still going to be on this show, because honestly, they both come off as like jealous people. Because she also said that I don't want him talking, don't be smiling at the other girls like you smile at me. Don't be looking at them. Like, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that to my man. My man will automatically know not to do that. And then he's over here like, I like that. I like that she's jealous or whatever. We both clingy. I like it. Huh? All right. But yeah, it just went real left. It went lefter, So this is going to be an interesting show, I shall say. I think I'm invested in it because I want to see what's going to happen next. I want to know if Dom and Alexis, are they going to still be on this show? I mean, it honestly, I don't think that they should be together, but who am I to tell somebody about their love? If that's the love they like, that's the love they like. But when it comes to a point where you get up in my face like that, oh, heck no. Absolutely not. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me your opinions on this show, y'all. Please tell me your opinions. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.